Greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your beloved Star Wars dad, Nooch Too Good, and I've had questions lately, and a lot of people said they would really be engaged in a video about how to take your mods from the mid game to the end game. How do you take, we talked about mods 101, how to develop mods when they're getting started. We've looked at all that, but how do you take your mods from, just kind of being mid, you're working on them, they're not quite where they need to be, and then develop them into an end game type of mod set. So we're going to start a little bit here, looking at my Darth Malik or Darth Malgus, and I'm just getting this team really going. This team is just starting to come together on my roster as I farm the Leviathan, and just talk about the farming of this team that really needs those end game mods in there, and how I don't have these end game mods on there, but yet how I still got a hold on defense last round, which was kind of fun. Let's go look at that real quick. So I'll be showing this to you guys tomorrow, but I won. So Darth Malgus actually won me this round of Grand Arena. I went and did my full clear, and then he comes back to my back wall, and he can't clear Darth Malgus. And that's not a good Darth Malgus. I only had one Zeta at the time. You just saw my mods are not very good. There's no Zetas on Darth Revan. There's no Zetas on Bastila Shan Fallen. Darth Malik is 6 stars. But just having guys, just put mods on those guys. Just get some mods on them. So let's talk about it, and we're going to talk about a few different things, 3 different things here primarily. We're going to talk about checking your mod score and what it looks like to get to an end game with a mod score. We're going to talk about how to farm mod materials versus farming mods themselves, and then how to identify which mods or which characters mods you want to upgrade as you move toward the end game, right? So I'm in a late game position right now. We all know this. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Galactic Legends. I'm getting very close to the end game. This roster is just a few months away from all the Galactic Legends, and the only thing I'll be missing at that point are a few of the rounding out teams that I may not have on there, like Mon Mothma, stuff like that, Saw Gerrera, and or Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. I won't have that, and or I'll be missing some new teams, like I won't have the new Bad Batch, and I won't be getting probably Jedi Vanguard either, unless they're in there for a Galactic Legend. So that's what's going on with my roster right now. We will talk about Darth Malgus. Let's talk about mod scores first, and I'm going to pull up right now my mod scores on this account. So you can see right here, I was floating around this space, and we've made these mod scores to measure against your peers, right? So right now, I jumped up about 1 million in galactic power by buying some bundles, and it put my mod score right on the line here. You can see as you get to the end game, as you're moving in the end game, there's just some huge mod scores up here, and if you want to compete in Kyber 1, you've got to get up into this range. You've got to get up into that range. You pull your mod score today. Guys, if you want to pull your mod score, you can go to my Discord, you put in there /mod score, /mod score, then you put in you type ally code or click on ally code, you enter your ally code, and boom, it pulls up your mod score. I'm going to update my mod score with what I pull here. I right now am at 5.35 on all of my mods and 9.85 on my top 110 mods. So let's go ahead and get that updated over here on the table. So I know I'm number 2 on this list, all the way to the top. Okay. What was it again? 5.35, 9.85. I've done some work. And so I've been doing some work lately. What's my galactic power at? Let's take a look at my inventory right now. 10,264,277. And there we go. So I've adjusted my mod score. Now what is my mods? So now you can see I've moved up. I'm a little bit off the line right now. You can see that line now. I moved up as far as galactic power, and I moved higher on my mod score. So my mods are improving as I'm going through that. Now, what am I looking at? It's just a score. It's just a number, right? Your mod score is just a number. What does it mean? Well, what the mod score is really looking at is your 6-dot mods. That's all the mods in gold for me. And your mods over 15 speed are really the focus here. So I've got a lot of those, and that's really where I'm focused here. I do have some 6-dot mods on some lower speed ones down here, but you want to have as many 6-dot mods as possible with as many at 15 speed or higher on your roster. That improves your mod score. It moves you to the end of the game. And yeah, while it's just a number, it is actually measuring, and it will show the effectiveness of your roster and what your mod score will do for you. So that's the first thing you can do to check your mod score, and continually to follow up check, and see what's going on with that mod score. Is it improving? Are you falling backwards? What are you looking at with your mod score? So second, I want to talk about how often do I farm my mod slicing materials versus how often do I farm mods themselves. And I'm going to give it an 80-20 rule. That's not a science. I'm not saying you should, for 10 days, you should go and do mod slicing materials for 8 days, because it's 80% here and 20% farming mods. There are a lot of ways to get mods in the game. You're going to get mods from your assault battles, some ground war specifically. You get a bunch of health mods there. You get mods from your Smuggler's Run 1 and 2. You get mods from lots of other game modes as well. So you will have mods rolling into you. Maybe not the types of mods you want, like you don't have your speed mods rolling in as much. You don't have your offense mods. You get a lot of health mods for sure. So as those mods roll in, you want to be able to slice those mods. So when I'm looking at slicing mods and being able to advance forward, the main place I'm looking at is right here. For 50 of these Mark 1 amplifiers and 50 of these and 20 of these Mark 2 pulse modulators, for 20 of those, you're going to make a 6-dot mod. You're going to take your 5-dot mod and turn it into a 6-dot mod. And you see right now I'm lacking. And this is why we focus so hard on this channel, on Jabba the Hutt, on your Poncho Bros, Master Qui-Gon, Padawan Obi-Wan, and on the Peridia Pals if you've got the chance to do those. They're all going to bring you these mod materials every single month. These and your furnaces that you're running out of, they're going to bring you some health mods as well. That's how you get fueled. If you look at Smuggler's Run 2, Poncho Bros, Peridia Pals, between those two assault battles and Smuggler's Run 2, that's going to get you 6, 7, 8 6-dot mods every single month. Is that enough to keep up? No, you need more than that. So you need to do some farming as well on your own to farm these nodes and get going here. So I do these things 3 times a day on my main account. I can't always do it 3 times a day on my free-to-play account, but I'm always farming mod slicing materials here and getting those up and running. Generally speaking, for me, and it can be different for everybody, I'm trying to target getting 300 of these Mark 1 fusion discs because I'm going to have a gazillion of these. And I try to target getting 300 of these Mark 1 power flow controls because I'm going to have a gazillion of these. And then probably about 300 of these as well, because I generally have a gazillion of these, although not in my free to play right now. And then for 300, that's going to be 6 upgrades. You need 120 of these. So you want to be ready. That's where I get to. When I get to those levels, then I start thinking about going to farm mods. And I only spend, it might even be lower than 20, it might be more like 10% of my time in here. And I'm generally farming speed mods or offense mods in here. Like I mentioned, you get a lot of health mods coming your way from a lot of different game modes already. But you can farm your speed mods and offense mods. You do need potency on some characters, tenacity on some characters, crit chance vary. I don't farm many of those at all. Crit damage is kind of given way to offense in most cases. And your defense mods sometimes, but I spend most of my time in here farming my speed mods and my offense mods. Somewhere around 20% of the time, the other 80% of the time farming the slicing materials. So that covers the first 2 parts, how to kind of measure your overall mod score and how to look at what you're actually getting for yourself so that you can do your mod slicing. I'm not looking to cover a lot of mod slicing information. If you're looking for that information on this channel, go check out Mods 101 that I published. I walk through every step of the mod slicing process. Now, how do you identify which mods you're going to work on your roster at any given moment? I'm going to give you a couple of different ways to do this. A couple of different ways. One way is to go character by character, okay? And this, I think, is really the best way to do it. Generally speaking, you start with one character, you go to Darth Malgus's mod here. I really would like to make this a 6-dot mod, but I don't have the materials to do it. I'm short on these modulators and I'm short on these amplifiers. So I'm not ready for Malgus to get him 6-dot mods yet. I'm just not ready. Plus, I'd like to have a little more speed on that. If I sort over here and I go to health mods with health primaries, because that's what Malgus wants, maybe a crit avoidance, and I click on my arrow and I sort by speed, I've got a bunch of these good ones available, but Daka, I kind of like it on Daka. I kind of like it on Sith Eternal. I could probably put this Barriss Ophi one, and in fact, I'm going to do that right now. My Barriss Ophi is not really ready to go. I'm going to throw that on Malgus right now. That's something to really think about when you're looking through your mods. Do you have mods sitting out there that are really good mods on characters that you don't use very often, or maybe characters that aren't quite as important as the character you want to upgrade right now? Darth Malgus is very, very important to my roster. I've been lacking a Darth Malgus team for a long time. I don't even have Barriss Offee Zeta, so she's not really a great character on my roster. So let's do another look here. Let's look at our triangles in the same way. Health, triangles, and speed. Would I have any more on Barriss Offee? Not really. I've got one on Savage here. That's pretty slow. This one's a horrible mod, by the way. I've got this sitting on Royal Guard. It's 9 speed. That's better. Does it really help me that much? Not really. I could take a shot at rolling it here. At 9 speed, I'm willing to do that. I just hit more speed because when I make videos, that's what I do. So I'm actually... I don't want to move Balins. I don't want to move Sith Eternals. I don't want to move Great Mothers. Bane, nope. Rey, no. Kanan, I don't want to move that either. So I'm actually going to take this one that I just rolled 13 speed on, and I'm going to assign it here. Now, this is a defense one as well, but I'm going to go, let me do that filter. Let's get some defense possibilities here too. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got for that. Yeah, nothing really exciting out there for me on that front. Nothing that I really want to move around. Like, if my mods are sitting on characters that I want to leave it on, I don't want to move Rey's mod off of her. I don't want to move... I could move Dark Trooper Moff Gideon's off of him, actually. I don't use him as much lately as I did when this... Oh, I'm going to go ahead and move that. I'm going to put the defense here on Malgus. Let's do that. I do like health more over defense, but it's still pretty good. Let's see what we got here as far as our crosses. There's Barriss Offee again. There's Barriss Offee again. Let's put that health over on Malgus. Let's take a look at these circles. It's going to be all health and health. I could probably move Darth Vader's over if I wanted to. I could find a mod for Darth Vader that would be either protection. I'm not really worried about him right now. I don't use Darth Vader that much anymore, to be honest. Grievous, I don't use that much either. I kind of like Daka. I kind of like leaving Daka's there because I do use her on offense. I'm going to move Darth Vader's mod over here as well. So there you go. Since I didn't have the ability to upgrade these mods right now to 6 dot, I just moved mods from other characters that are maybe fading or not quite as important on my roster right now, and I put them on a character that's really matters at the moment and will matter even more as time goes on. As I get my Zetas on my Darth Revan, as I get my Darth Malak up to 7 stars and get him relicked, my Darth Malgus mods are really, really going to matter on this account. Now that I take out my filters and I take a look here, so that's 2 ways to do it. I can go with any primary stat. I could be rolling these mods right now if I was comfortable. 11 is right around my borderline of going for another roll on a purple. Let's go ahead and try it while I'm on here. I did not hit speed. That's disappointing because that's not how this usually works. But let's see what I got over here for speed. All these characters, I kind of want to keep it on them. I kind of want to keep it on these guys too. Geobrute Alpha isn't very exciting to me right now, so I think I could move. That's got some defense on it too. I think I'm going to, or Barriss Offee here at 14 speed, protection, tenacity, and defense on her 6%. I think I'm actually just going to bring this one over. I'm moving a lot of Barriss Offee mods over as well. Another thing about that is you get a character like Barriss Offee, or just a character you're not really using, and you know you got a character like Darth Malgus coming. Maybe you take the mods you're going to use for Darth Malgus and you farm them over on Barriss Offee. And let's take a look here as well. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move Dark Trooper Moff Gideon's 19 speed diamond here. So what I've done is I've greatly improved my Darth Malgus mods. Darth Malgus is more of an end game type of team, right? Whereas the characters I moved it on my roster right now are not. I know Moff Gideon goes in that Dark Trooper Moff, but I don't have Dark Trooper Moff Gideon ready. So you can go on my Imperial Trooper team, but it doesn't end up fitting in there a lot of times. So I've just improved my Malgus mods tremendously. Another way to do it, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, is when you've got your mods rolled up, you know, you've got mod materials saved up and you want to slice them. I could have been doing that here as well. I did a little bit of that while you watched it. That's the other way to do it. So that's the way that I would look at focusing on a character to do their mods. What about just looking at my mods in general and seeing what's out there on maybe some characters that I'm interested in? So I would do a filter here. I'm going to filter out my arrows. I mean, I could do some more 32 speed arrows, but I'm going to filter out my arrows. And I'm going to say all mods. I'm going to leave it on all mods. And I'm going to go to my Mark 5 mods, my 5 dot mods. So this is going to bring me all my 5 dot mods. Again, guys, 6 dot mods is a huge step up on your roster for improving your mods. The health goes up by whatever it is, 11%. Your potency goes up by 10%. Crit damage goes up by 11%. Offense goes up by 3 or 4%. You know, 6 dot mods are a huge improvement on your roster. So let's find some 6 dot mods that we can, let's find some 5 dot mods that we can improve to 6 dot. I know I don't have the materials right now, but if I did, this would be another method I would look for to find some mods that are 5 dots that I can increase to 6 dots and would really make some sense in my roster. So I've got everything except arrows, and I've got Mark 5 selected. Let's go ahead and filter that out and sort it by speed. It's already sorted by speed and see what we got. My fastest 5 dot mod is a 15 speed mod that's on Night Sister Spirit right now. That's an offense mod for her. Now, Night Sister Spirit sits on my my Great Mother's team right now, which is actually a pretty important team on my roster and doing some pretty good work out there at the moment. I know we're finding some encounters from Mother Talisman, but she's still causing people problems in Grand Arena, or you have to use a big team to get to her. So that would be worth investing in. Range Trooper goes on my Admiral Piet team. Range Trooper and Admiral Piet, or excuse me, my Veer's team. It's a little less important these days than it was in the past, although it's still used for a cleanup team. I got a 14 speed offense crit damage mod on my Snow Trooper. Well, a couple things that indicates to me, I don't really use Snow Trooper very often. He could go on an Iden Versio team if I had an Iden Versio team fully ready, which I do not. I just know this about my roster, and you'll know your roster when you're looking at it. The other thing to think here is, if I'm not really using Snow Trooper very much, do I really need to put that 14 speed mod on him? Or can I move that set over to somebody else? So that might inspire me to go take a look at that Snow Trooper mod set, which is what we'll do next here. I've got Poggle here. Yeah, Poggle actually for Territory Wars is pretty important. So that speed mod on him, that actually could be a pretty good mod to upgrade, get some more tenacity and some more speed on Poggle, because when you take it to 6 dots, you and I both know you can start rolling for more speed then. You can roll that green level, and you can keep rolling for more speed on that mod as you get it to 6 dots. K2SO is not super important on my roster. I got an open 14 speed mod here with protection. Now, one thing I know also from rolling mods, if you take a protection mod to 6 dots, it's only going to gain 0.5% of protection. It's not going to gain much protection on there. So I'm looking through to find characters that are really, I haven't really found anybody that's super duper important to me yet. Finn, I could use some more speed on Finn for sure. Resistance Hero Finn. Here's a guy, Darth Malik. I got a Tenacity Cross at 14 speed on Darth Malik. Once I get him to 7 stars and get him to gear 12, this is a mod that I'm gonna want to work on. So I'm working on Malgus's set right now. Darth Malik will be maybe the next set that I really focus on working on Darth Malik to advance those mods up. And when you see 14 speed, you know that when you roll it to 6 dots, it's going to go to 15 speed. You're going to gain that speed, and then generally speaking, you got enough of the slicing materials left to slice it up to being a green 6 dot mod. You're taking another shot at speed that way. Let's do what I mentioned a moment ago. This kind of clues me off. I've got a Snow Trooper set out there that might belong on another character. So let's go take a look. Let's go take a look at my Snow Trooper to see what's going on with his mod set at the moment. So let's go to my Imperial Troopers. I'm going to take it off mods to pull him up. Let's put my Snow Trooper is gear 8. He doesn't need good mods on him. So he's got a 30. That's the kind of mod I would expect to see on my Snow Trooper. That's the kind of mod I'd expect to see on my Snow Trooper. This is not crit damage, offense 14. That's a decent mod. Now the question will be, that's a crap mod. My question will be, do I have a good crit damage set to put with it if I move it somewhere else, right? That's not very good. 3 speed. 4 speed, not very good. 4 speed, not good. What other kind of crit damage mods do I have on my roster? For here, there's not a lot going on here. Now let's try and enhance this and see what I get here. I just rolled some pretty good speed there. That's not a bad little mod right now. I'm not going to put it here, but I might be able to use a crit damage set on somebody else. What about here on my diamonds? Not a lot going on there. That's 8 speed. I just don't have a lot of speed on my crit damage mod. 6 speed there. This is not very exciting in my crit damage mod, you guys. That's the fastest one. There's one that's okay, and then it just kind of falls off the plateau. or falls off the mountain maybe. So this is where you start to really get in. That's a pretty good mod right there. I could probably put together a pretty good little crit damage set on another character outside of being snowtroopers. So it's something to really think about for me. Do I want to go find that crit damage character and maybe move some mods over that make more sense? I got one. So look at this. I would have a crit damage. That's an offense arrow. I didn't want, no, speed arrow. I have a crit damage speed arrow. I've got this, which is 13 speed. I've got the circle, which is at 13 speed also. And then I got this off. I'd prefer crit damage on this one, but it's offense. I got this 14 speed crit damage triangle. It could really benefit me to start taking a look through my roster. Do I have a character that would benefit from a decent mod set for crit damage that I don't have a good mod set on right now? I'm sure that I do. I'm sure that I do. I could maybe throw that onto a Sith Trooper. Let's take a look at his mods and see how they're looking. 30 speed, 6 speed, 10 speed, 5 speed. You know what? Let's do it right now. This is how you look through your roster. This is how you look through your roster to find these sets, to move over to characters that are I'm going to be getting him to Relic 7 here pretty soon. So let's go ahead and go get this offense mod on here. I use this guy with Kylo all the time, and he's not very good. I should have been looking at that previously. So now I'm improving my mod set on a character that's very important to me on my roster. I added 21 speed there. Now I can pull up, and we don't want this on here. That's 5 speed. Let's see what we got here. Let's go and just let's take any set, any rarity. We're gonna look at health or crit chance mods, and let's pull up offense here right now. That'll be our cross. You got it sorted by speed. This one's got 9 speed. What does this have? That has no speed. Let's just sell that mod. This one's got 9 speed. That's our fastest one. This one has 4. Let's try one roll here. I didn't hit speed. I'm gonna sell that one. I don't like that mod. This one looks interesting. Can I get a speed roll here? Yeah, we got speed there. Roll it again. I didn't get speed the second time. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Maybe for later I'll look at it. Ooh, there's a 5 speed mod. What can I get out of this? Nothing. So minor improvements, but I'm gonna leave this one where it is. It's 10 speed. It's a little better. What do I have here? What do I have here for health mods? And maybe an offense percent secondary that I'd look at on this one. What do I got? I got this at 8 speed. That's faster. It's not exciting, but it's faster. Here's an 8 speed one. What can I do with this? I'm gonna try this one again. 8 speed. Nah, we're not gonna leave that. So. What about here? Can I try one slice here? I got 5,000. I can spare them. That's not a very good mod. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this one on here. It's at 8 speed. That's better. It's not super exciting yet, but I just added over 20 speed, some more offense. What was the offense percentage? I didn't even look. 1% offense. It's more. It's more. Let's go. Don't do this. Don't do that. So I just improved another character. So just this video, I improved Malgus's mods and I improved Sith Troopers mods. Both of these characters sit on really important teams on my roster. And there you go. That's how you move your mods from being mid-game to being end-game. You get them on the right characters, you look for the right mods to upgrade, you figure out what characters you want to upgrade, you focus on those characters, or you find good mods on good characters that you can upgrade, or it reveals other characters you need to work on as well. And that's how you do it. That's how I push through these every day. I hope this video has helped you. That's all I've got for today. I hope you all have a great day. I will definitely talk to you very soon. And of course, always remember, Nooch Too Good.